1 Samuel chapter 1. I've been wrestling all week long with this. And I figured that today we wrestle together. 1 Samuel chapter 1. Going to read verses 4 through 7. When you found it, say amen. Now I'm going to read from the New International Version. So if you're reading from King James, my version is going to read a little bit different. Starting at verse 4, it says, "Whenever the day came for Elkanah to sacrifice, he would give portions of the meat to his wife Peninnah and to her sons and daughters. But to Hannah he gave a double portion because he loved her, and the Lord had closed her womb. Because the Lord had closed Hannah's womb, her rival kept provoking her in order to irritate her. This went on year after year." Till somebody say year after year. Year after year. "Whenever Hannah went up to the house of the Lord, her rival provoked her till she wept and would not eat." I want to talk to you from this thought in our minds for the next 10 minutes. How to suffer successfully when you're being provoked. How to suffer successfully when you're being provoked. Truth be told, my beloved brothers and sisters, that it does not matter how long you've been living. It does not matter how long you've been saved. It does not matter how often you come to church, whether you're a CME member, whether you're an every Sunday member, whether you attend Bible study, whether you come to Sunday school. It does not matter. As long as you live, somebody's going to provoke you. Yes, Lord. Okay, y'all looking at me funny, but I'm going to dig in. Somebody's going to be in your life that's going to push your buttons. They're going to cause you to weep. They're going to cause you to cry. Some of y'all ain't had a good night's sleep. You don't know how long. Some of y'all, your appetites now all jacked up because there's somebody around you that seems to keep on provoking you. No matter what you do, no matter what you say, no matter where you go, it's never enough. No matter how hard you try, you never can seem to bust through that glass ceiling to get their approval, because they're always looking at you for what you don't have, and they're comparing what you don't have to what it is they have and what they have the ability to do. Tall Parks, it is then that I understand that no matter what I do, sometimes even in the house of the Lord, somebody's going to provoke me. I know you shout real good and you put on your best Sunday clothes. I understand that most times you come in and you're on your best behavior, or at least as best as you can be in that given circumstance. You're doing the best you can to love everybody around you, and you're trying to hug on everybody you speak. Depending on who it is, you might decide if you're going to speak or not. But every now and then, when you come to church, it's always somebody who seems to provoke you. Rather they're in the choir stand, rather they're on the usher board, rather they're a deacon, rather they're just a regular old pew member. It seems to be that it does not matter what they're doing. Their very presence seems to irritate you. As a matter of fact, sometimes it's not them irritating you, but it's you irritating them. Help me God while I'm talking here. Sometimes, no matter what they try to do, they try to avoid you. And every time they come around, you start sucking your teeth, because you know that you can't stand them. You know that you really don't like them. You have to play the game. You have to play the role, because you don't want nobody to know that you're as insecure as you really are. You don't want nobody to know how your petty is set on 100. And here it is now. I've come with news for you. I've come to let you know there is a process in handling being provoked. Because most people in the body of Christ, when they're provoked, they don't know how to deal with the one that's hurting them. We don't know how to deal with our rivals. We don't understand that sometimes even coming to church, that church folk are hellions. We don't understand that sometimes the same people that pull up in the parking lot bumping praises what I do ain't what they really do. We don't understand how sometimes we can run and jump, but I'm going to walk the other way when I see you coming. I've come with an urgent message from the Lord to let you know there is news, there is hope, there is a way out, and I've come to let you know that my dear friend Hannah told me to tell you how you can make it through. This story opens up with a man by the name of Alton. Alton had two wives, so therefore he was already special because he had two wives. One wife is enough, but praise God, he had two. He had two wives, and what he would do year after year, he would go to the house of the Lord and give thanks for his wives and everything that he had. Touch your neighbor, say, be grateful for what God gave you. He made sure that God understood how grateful he was. He made sure that God knew that he appreciated everything that he gave him. In the process, he had two wives, one by the name of Hannah and the other by the name of Peninnah. Now, Peninnah, you have to understand, was a woman who could have children. And because she could have children she had. Now, Hannah, on the other hand, was barren. God had shut up her womb. She could not produce any children. Now, here's the conflict in the text. Because they were both married to the same man, and understanding that in Jewish customs, every man wanted a male seed. All right, let me slow my leg down so I can give it to you properly. Every man wanted a male seed, and it was beautiful when a wife could produce a male child for her husband. Because it helped to establish legacy. It helped to establish the family name. And so here is the issue, because they're both married to the same man, but one has the ability to do what the other can't. All right. And I want to let you know, Sister Keisha, that sometimes people's inability to do is oftentimes causing pain by your ability to do. All right. See, understand that I know you're gifted and I know you're talented. I know you got all these wonderful ideas, but you have to realize sometimes just because you can do don't mean you always have to throw in somebody's face when they can't. I thank God for your gifts. I thank God that you are able to do what it is you're doing. But the reality is, don't beat up somebody else because they can't do what you can do. And see, you think ain't nothing to it, but see, you got to understand it from Hannah's perspective, because Hannah's perspective was, God, I'm praying, and the one thing I really need to solidify me, the one thing that really makes me a woman, the one thing that makes everybody's head turn is my ability to give birth, and you've taken it from me. All right, y'all make me work hard today. It's what do you do when the one thing you want from God, you can't get? All right. Mother Finley, everybody shouting, everybody happy, but there's one thing I need from God, and I can't get it. How do I process? What do I do? Because I'm tired of crying. I'm tired of going to church feeling inadequate. I'm tired of lifting my hands, but I really ain't sure if he even paying attention to me. What do I do? How do I handle it? How do I process this? Because I was sitting there and I realized that Hannah's name, or Peninnah's name, meant pearl. Right. But she was Hannah's rival. Well, the King James says that she provoked her soul. And so what that means is that you can have a beautiful said nobody. I just came to preach. You can have a pretty smile and still be nasty. You can have a lovely walk and still be nasty. You can do all these wonderful exploits for the kingdom and still be nasty. Just because you have a gift don't make you better than nobody else. Just because you got a talent don't mean you're at the top of the pile. Because sometimes your attitude overshadows what it is you're able to do. She made sure, the Bible says year after year, when they were going to the house of the Lord, she made sure year after year, she made her remember, you ain't good enough. Yeah. Can you imagine how she felt? Every time she go into the temple, she see one of Penina's kids. And she, I don't know what to do, because every time there's another Penina's kids. I'm going to the house, but I see another one of Penina's kids. I don't know, because I'm constantly reminded of what it is I could not do. And not only am I constantly reminded by her, but now I have some mental anguish on the inside of me, because now I'm reminding myself of what it is I cannot do. So no longer is it just her tormenting me, but now it's me tormenting me. And I've come to let you know, you might as well get off your back, give yourself a break, get up and breathe a little bit, because you got to stop being so hard on yourself. Because some of the stuff you don't have ain't because you don't have it, it's because God does shut up your womb. I'm about to make me work. Here, I was looking, and Hannah's name means gracious or graciousness. It means favor, and I've come to let you know that just because you're in pain right now does not mean you don't have God's favor. Just because where you are right now is uncomfortable, just because where you are right now has you stressed out, just because where you are right now has you a little bit frustrated, I want you to know that does not erase God's favor. This favor is still on you. You're still valuable to God. And so there was a few things. There was a few things in talking to Sister Hannah last night. There was a few things she wanted me to remind you of, because oftentimes people get so fixated on what they're going through that they never understand while they're going through that they're still going through.
Yes, sir.
We become so frustrated at the fact that the test is coming, or that we're in the test, and we ignore the fact that we're moving through the test. Okay. I talked about Tenille. The first thing you have to realize, the first thing she wanted me to let you know is that your adversary ain't in the picture, fam. Y'all don't mind, can I work the text? Can I work the story? If there are any Bible scholars here, if there are any Bible readers, you understand that this is the first and last time you heard of Penina. Okay. This is the first and last time. Okay. I'll talk to y'all over here. This was the first and last time. Okay, y'all ain't got it. I talked to the mothers. This was the first and last time we heard of Penina. In other words, I want you to know that your adversary, although they are in your story, they are not a permanent fixture in your story. So don't you get upset and bent out of shape for somebody who just made a cameo appearance in your life. Don't get mad and frustrated because they just showed up for a little while. They're really here for a purpose, because the reason that Hannah was going through what she was going through is because Penina was there provoking her. In other words, Hannah would have never knew God the way she knew God had not Penina been provoking her the way she was provoking her. And the reason you got the relationship with God now, that you got with Him now, is because somebody was provoking you. Truth be told some of your haters, you need to send them a thank you card because you hated on me so much and God had no choice but to bless me. It was because you was pressing me that I prayed so long. It was because you was irritating me that I pushed back my plate. I know what you thought. You thought I was going to give up. You thought my hair was going to fall out. You thought I was about to quit. You thought I was getting a white towel to throw it in. I didn't get it to throw it in. I got it to wipe my brow. Just to let you know this is not the end of me, but I'm getting up from here and I'm about to do something extraordinary. I'm about to do something great. I know you trying to provoke me sore, but I want you to know, keep on doing what you're doing because my prayer life doesn't increase. Keep on doing what you're doing because now I'm a better intercessor. Keep on doing what you're doing. We got to stop giving temporary people permanent residence. That's it. God, I can't say what I want to say, but I say it like this. I'm so sick of Negroes thinking they gonna come into my life, pitch a tent and stay. No, this is your 30-day eviction notice, and today is your last day. You got to get your grip and dip, because I ain't gonna be depressed another day in my life. I ain't gonna be frustrated another day in my life. My quiet days are over, and I'm gonna enter into the joy of the Lord. Be whatever comes, come whatever. I'm gonna still stand because I know who I am. I ain't ready yet, Hicks. Number one, your adversary ain't there forever. Sister Tam, I know it seems like they won't leave. Listen, you got to understand something, that God operates in season. And God's season does not operate on the same clock as our season. And so therefore, while we're used to summer, winter, spring, and fall, that's not how God operates. God operates in either you're in or you're out. And so there's going to be one season where you're in it. And while you're in it, you're going to go through it, but you can't lose faith while you're in it. And then there's another season where you're going to be out of it. And when you come out of it, you got to remember what it was like when you was in it. So when you come out of it, you don't get arrogant, your ego don't get puffed up, you don't get the big head, you don't start walking around smacking your lips at other people. You got to remember where you was when you was in it. So when he brings you out of it, you be good. Second thing she wanted me to tell you, Hicks, is that you have to know how to respond with grace. Well, help me God. Sister Monique, you have to watch this because this is very important. Because when we go through our trials in life, it is natural to respond the way that people approach. Yes, sir. Okay, y'all looking at me like you're all demon sanctimonious. We, Brother Dyer, we deal with people based on how people deal with us. That's right. That's right. And we quick to say, if they come at me the wrong way, I'm gonna get them. We quick to say, they just don't know who to bleed. They messing with. I know what y'all be saying. They just don't know. They got one more time. And I'm gonna forget I'm saying. They just don't know. They got one more time to look at me funny. And they talk about me under their breath. They got one more time because they don't think I know what they have said about me. They don't think I know what they feel about me. They don't think I know they talking bad about me and kicking dirt on my name. These Negroes don't think I know what I know. What I know, but I had to learn how to respond with grace. Because truth is, you have to have faith to match your unspoken words. You have to have belief in God that He's going to do what it is you're asking Him to do, even if don't nobody else know what you're asking Him to do. And every time I go down on my knees to pray, I know He might not do it today. That don't stop me. I'm going back on my knees tomorrow. Oh, He ain't did it yet. I'm going back on my knees again. Oh, you still there? I'm going back on my knees again. Oh, you still talking? I'm going back on my knees again. Oh, you still standing laughing my name? I'm going back on my knees again. Oh, you still lying? I'm going back on my knees again. Oh, you still stealing? I'm going back on my knees again. Oh, you still acting funny? I'm going back on my knees again. Oh, you still ain't coming to church? I'm going back on my knees again. Her response to her adversary was not to the adversary. It was to God. And today I come to let you know, I'm going to drop this for free and I'm going to move on because I got to close this. But I want to let you know that we spend too much time talking to people who can't help. I know you're in the English thing and you got your best friend and she been your friend forever. I mean, she been your friend for 20 plus years. I mean, she know you and you know her. And I mean, whatever you was going through, she was there and she helped you cry. When you was going through, she was there and she helped you be mad. And that's all she did was help you stay in the same dry, depressed, drugged up state that you was in. Never was she able to help pull you out of the place you was in. Come on, some of us got some homeboys that's the same way. All they can do is talk about what was, but can't never help me get there. You got to learn to stop talking to people. The truth is, they just talk too much. And we want to run our mouth because we want to let it off. We got to get the steam off. We got to get the pressure off. And I've come to let you know that if you're going to run your mouth, then run your mouth to the one that can help. She responded with grace. Next, you have to understand, to help you handle being in this place, you got to realize that your enemy is going to do everything he can to discredit you. All right? It's hot in here. You got to understand that everybody know what you can do. That ain't the problem. Because you can preach, that ain't the problem. Because you're going to serve faithfully, that ain't the problem. Because you're going to be a faithful deacon, that ain't the problem. The problem, Sister Sinclair, is that one thing you can't do. That's the problem. Because the enemy understands that because of how our makeup is, we're obsessed with what we can't do. I ignore the stuff I know how to do because I know how to do it. That stuff don't faze me. It's that one. Man, if I can just fix my face when I know they lying. Maybe that ain't y'all. If I can just not roll my eyes when I got to shake their hand when I know they can't stand up. Okay, maybe y'all don't deal with that. Okay. If I could just go to work and do my job and my supervisor just keep on walking, I won't roll my eyes, I promise, but it's that one area that I'm always struggling with. It's that one thing that I just can't seem to get over this hurdle. And that's where the enemy's going to start talking to you. He's going to start letting you know, see, you ain't as saved as you thought you were. You're not as good as you thought you were. You're not as gifted as you thought you were, because you can sing, but you can't play. And the real minister of music knows how to sing and play. And you can only sing, you can't play. So really, you ought not be where you are. Help me, God, while I talk to them. And see, you ought not be the pastor because you ain't been pastoring before. And you don't know what it is. You don't know what it takes. You don't know how they feel. You don't know how they think. And sometimes they'll even become telling you, see, they shouldn't have took that from you because you did it for the last 15, 20 years. And the church loved you. But they don't realize that you said you was ready to move on because your season was up. But see, the enemy does not deal with you like that. He deals with you based on the area of your life. I come to tell you, stop listening to folk. I know what I can't do. I don't need you reminding me. The text said that she wouldn't even eat. Because year after year, while they were in the house of the Lord, her enemy provoked her. When you're saying, I don't have issues with the folk in the world, my issues with the folk in the pew. Because it ain't the folk in the street that's breaking on me. It ain't the folk in the street that's plotting my downfall. Somebody get my car started because I'm making folk mad. It ain't the folk in the street that's pissed me off. It's the folk in church. Oh God, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. But it's the folk in the church. Remember, your enemy is going to always discredit that one area. Come on. Next, she told me to tell you that while you're in it, don't lose your character. You got to look back at Sister Hannah, because what Sister Hannah went through is enough to drive anyone crazy. What Sister Hannah went through is enough to make her go completely berserk and flip over tables and kick folk out the house. It's enough to make her want to throw punch a couple of folk. It's enough to make her want to drop kick every child she sees. But she never lost her character. She never lost her resolve. She never lost who she was. I want you to know that when you're going through, you can't allow what you're in to pull you out of who you are. You got to remember who you are and whose you are. You got to remember the promise that he made. You got to remember what he said to you. You got to remember the prayers that you done prayed. Don't lose your character. I know. Yes, Lord. Preacher, you don't understand. Because preacher, if it happened to you like it happened to me, then you'll understand why I feel the way I feel. Well, yes, and you'll understand, Dickie Pete, that sometimes I want to lay down my religion. Yeah. But I got news for you habitual religion layer downers. If you can lay it down that easy, you ain't got it. Because Harris, I come to realize that when you got a real relationship with God, no matter how much people push you, no matter how much they talk about you, no matter how bad they dog you, no matter how much stuff they keep away from you, no matter how many family functions you can't go through, when you realize and you're that connected with God, he starts telling you, remember what I went through? Yeah. You remember what they did to me? You remember how they talked about me? You remember how they pierced me in the side? You remember how they put the crown of thorn on my head? You remember how they gave me vinegar to drink? You remember how they put me in the borrowed tomb? You remember how they denied me? You remember how they lied on me? You remember how they slapped my cheek? I just come to let you know that if you're walking with me, if I did it, I made it through, stay with God. Last thing she wanted me to tell you, Sister Reedy, and I'm about to go. Last thing she wanted me to point out to you is that the priest prayed again. Wow. All right. Brother Gary, this for you. You can appreciate this. In other words, translation, one of Alton's quotable quotes, she got with some people who knew how to pray. Text says, when you read the story, that the priest prayed again. Because the first time he saw her, she was moving her lips and he thought she was drunk. And so because he thought she was drunk, he wanted to check her. And that's how some folk do us. They want to check us when they don't really even know us. How you gonna check what you don't know her? I understand that's a whole message for a different time. But he wanted to check her, and when she began to talk to him, that's why it goes, that's why it pays to talk to the right people. You got to talk to folk who got a prayer life. You got to talk to folk who can get a prayer through. You got to talk to the same folk God's talking to. Ain't no point in me talking to you when you ain't talking to God. Then I'm just wasting my time and I got to rehearse my story all over again. So the Bible lets me know that as she talked to the priest and told the priest what it is that she was going through, the priest prayed again. And it was in her intercession, or his intercession, that the Lord opened her womb. And see, a lot of people get excited because they thank God because she had Samuel. And Samuel was one of the greatest prophets we've ever known. But see, that's not where her story stopped. Because not only did she have Samuel, but the Bible lets me know she had other kings. That's right. What are you saying? I'm coming to let you know that not only is God going to bless you, He's going to give you overflow. Because of her faithfulness. God did it because of her resolve. God did it because she never stepped out of character. God did it because she knew how to respond in the midst of adversity. And I've come to ask you a question, or better yet, I've come to just drop this truth on you. God wants to see how well you're going to handle going through what you're going through, because that way when He bless you with what you're asking for, He can trust you with it. And see, the problem is many of us will shut up because God can't trust us with nothing. And that's why He ain't giving us nothing, because we done already proven to Him you can't trust me with that. Because as soon as a Negro make me mad, I'm taking my marbles and I'm going home. But you done told me come get on the praise team. You done told me come sing. You done told me get on the dome and the usher. But I don't want to usher, because depending on the Sunday, I might not be feeling it. And so God says, I can't give you then what you asking for, because I can't trust you to represent me at all times. What are you saying? You got to represent me when you feel good. You got to represent me when you feel bad. You got to represent when you're up. You got to represent when you're down. When they talking about you, represent. When they ain't talking about you, represent. Everything you do has to revolve around me. I done took up enough of your time. I got to roll out. There. You know, I'm 70s, baby. And, Brother John, Sister Peggy, every now and then, I look for them old songs. Because them old songs have prophetic meaning. So some of them old songs, Elder Hicks had a way of speaking to us and helping us get through what it is we was in. Guys, y'all looking at me funny. Don't call no meeting, don't put me out. But there was a group. There was a group back in the day. There was a group back in the day called the Five Stair Steps. Five Stair Steps. There was a group, and they had a song that said, "Ooh, child, things are going to get easier. They'll get brighter someday. We'll put it together. together and we'll get it all done someday. When your head is much lighter, someday. We'll walk in the rays of the beautiful sun someday. When this world is much brighter, ooh, child, things are going to get a little easier. And that's all I had. I wanted to let you know is that while you're going through, don't you fret, because ooh, child, things are going to get a little easier. Ooh, child, things are going to get a little brighter. Someday, we're going to walk with our head above the clouds. Someday, the sun's going to shine, not the S-O-N, or not the S-U-N, but the S-O-N. Someday, you're not going to be where you are right now. And now I know some of you folks that don't belong in church, so let me take you back to church. I am weak, but thou art strong. Jesus, keep me from all my wrong. I'll be satisfied as long as I walk with thee. Let me walk closer to thee, just a closer walk with thee. Grant it, Jesus, if you please. Daily walking close to thee. Let it be, dear Lord, let it be. I just come to let you know, just a closer walk with Jesus will make everything all right. I just come to let you know, don't you fret. Lift up your back down head. This ain't the end for you. You can handle what you in. All you got to do is maintain your resolve. Maintain your character. Keep your faith in God and stay on your knees. All you got to do is pray a little while. They said just a little talk with Jesus. Hey God, I don't care how it looks. I don't care how you feel. Just a little talk with Jesus will make everything all right. I'm so glad that he walks with me. I'm so glad that he talks with me. I'm so glad he tells me I am his own. Look at your neighbor, say, neighbor, stop tripping. Because your rival, their exit is coming up. Stop being frustrated. Because there was more about Hannah's story than it was about Denise. I don't care about your cameo. Come on and pop in. Because the psalmist says, thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemies. What are you saying? Everybody that's been Greek on you, come and sit down. Everybody that's been lying on you, come and sit down. Everybody that's been trying to stop you, come and sit down. Because I want you to see what the Lord is doing for me. I want you to have a front row seat when I come up out of this. Because I know the last time you saw me, I was crying a little bit. I know the last time you saw me, I was shaking a little bit. I know the last time you saw me, I was frustrated a little bit. But come and sit down. Because there is joy, there is peace, there is happiness, there's long suffering, there is grace, there is favor, and it's all at my table. And every time I come to the table, God has a spread for me. So I ain't sweating over dark days. I ain't frustrated on who don't like me. Oh God, I can't say that in here, but who cares? You got this. Dominique ain't nothing to it. You got this. Stop looking at where you were. Start looking at where you're going. See, the only thing the devil has is just like the sports industry. All he can give you is a replay.
That's right. That's right.
The only thing your enemies can do to you is bring back to your remembrance the stuff that had already happened. And because it already happened, It ain't gonna affect you now. But see, you got to get to the place where you stop rehearsing what happened and giving it life. So when they start talking about what you did, Elder John, just tell them, I know. Then they start asking, well, what you gonna do about it? You don't care? Not really. Why you don't care? Because I can't change the past. My Bible tells me if any man be in Christ, he's a new creature. You see, people finalize it. They say old things are passed away. That is what the scripture says. The scripture says old things are passing, which means it is a continual process. Because I'm always doing something that you want to bring up and rehearse before me. But I thank God that He don't deal in replay, but God deals in pre-play. So when God looks at me, He says, I know what that was, but I'm going to tell you what it is. I know how you felt, but I'm going to tell you how you going to make it. I know why you was crying, but I'm going to tell you dry your eyes. I know you felt weak, but I'm going to give you some strength. And I just want you to know that you got what it takes to make it. All you got to do is start looking forward to what it is God done called you to. What did He tell you? What did He say to you? When was the last time you just told Him thank you for even showing up in my room? When was the last time you told Him thank you? Well, it's almost 12:05. I'm done. I got to stop. I got to stop. So, Hannah told me to tell you all of that, just to tell you, be not dismayed, whatever betide, God will take care of you. Beneath this wing of love abide, God will take care of you. How do you know? Because He's done it for me. And I just come to let you know that if He did it once, He can do it again. God's supply is limitless. His love is endless. But all you got to do is just come give your life to Him and say, okay, I'm tired of trying it on my own. But I need you to make it. I'm tired of suffering while I'm being provoked, but I want to suffer successfully. I want to be able to come out on the other side of this with a bigger smile. I don't know about you, but I'm so glad that trouble don't last no more. And it sounds very cliche-ish, but it's a fact. Seasons change. And that's all the songwriter was saying when they said trouble don't last always. Seasons change. So I understand where you are now. Don't get comfortable. Because that's not all there is to you. Those are the church.